Hi everyone, welcome back to the second part of this tutorial on modeling Flappy Bird in Blender. This tutorial is going to be on rigging the Flappy Bird model so that it can move its arms or flap its wings. In the next video we'll be creating an animation using the rig that we've applied. So, a little bit of background first. So we're going to be using something in Blender called an armature. Remember, an armature is just it's an assembly or a collection of bones, and those by bones I almost mean like similar to the bones in a human body, in the skeleton in the human body. So the bones are the structure that hold the parts of the model and allow us to move the model via those bones. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add one of these bones. So I should press Shift A on the keyboard, go to armature, and then single bone. There's a great big bone in the middle of the screen. Press S on the keyboard to scale it, and we'll notice here that we've added this thing called an armature. Remember, the armature is just a collection of those bones. If I expand it, I can see underneath we have an armature and the bone we just added. All right, cool. But yeah. At the moment I can only see a little bit of it poking out because it's kind of obscured by our model. So let's fix that up. First thing I'll do is I'll go to the viewport shading and select solid. I'll use the drop down, select X-ray so I can see through that solid model. And the only other thing I'll do is with the armature selected and in the object properties panel of the panel, I'm going to click in front. And that just makes our armature really visible over the model. Okay, cool. Next piece. So we have the first bone. Let's position it as a kind of in the center of our model. So I'll press numpad 3 to do the side view. I'm going to scale it with S to make it a bit smaller, rotate it forward, and bring it back. So it's roughly in the front of it is roughly in the middle of our model. Okay, so that's nice and easy. The next thing we're going to do now is to add a new bone to control the left wing. So if I press Tab to get into edit mode, you can access these up here as well, then I can select the endpoints of the bones. I can select the front endpoint. I'm going to go to the top view pressing numpad 7. And I'm going to press E to extrude and pull it out to the side. Great. Okay, cool. And before I move on, I will just rename this new bone I've added. And I'll call it wing.l. The .l part is really important for mirroring this bone over to the other side. It saves us a bit of time, so make sure you name your bones correctly like that. Something .l or .r for right. And yes, that's done. And I'm going to want to, since I want to move this bone actually out to the side, I'm going to disconnect it from the main body bone. To do that, with the bone selected, I just have to press Alt P and then clear parent. Not clear parent, disconnect bone. And then I'm going to, and then you see when I grab it, I can move it away from the first bone. And you'll see there's a line between them which tells us there's still a parent-child relationship between these bones, but they're no longer mechanically connected. So I'll make this bone, reposition this bone a little bit. So again, with edit mode, I can select the endpoints. I'll press G to grab it, and I'll move it kind of to the top of the wing. Select the bottom endpoint, press G to grab again, and position it down the bottom. And that looks pretty good to me. I think that'll make that wing move in about the right direction. Now I'm ready to mirror it to the other side. So still in edit mode, if I select that bone again and press F3 and then type symmetrize, press enter, you see it immediately gets mirrored over to the other side. So we've got our two bones ready to go. And just notice that the new right hand bone that was added by Blender is correctly named wing.r. It wouldn't have done that if we hadn't called our first bone wing.l. Okay, and what's next on our list? So yeah, okay, so from the previous tutorial, if I press Z to change the viewport shading again, I'll go back to material preview. You might remember that, and I'll press Tab to go to object mode. You might remember that these wings are currently, the left wing is actually mirrored over to the right, so there is not yet a right wing. What I mean by that is when I go to the modifiers panel with the wings selected, there's a mirror modifier here which hasn't yet been applied. When I apply that, the left wing will be mirrored over to the right. and made basically a concrete mesh. So if I click drop down, apply, that's done, but they're still kind of connected together as one object here, so I need to do one more thing, which is separate them into two separate meshes. So to do that, I can press tab into edit mode. I can drag a box over the left wing, and now all of the vertices of the left wing are selected. Now I can press the P button on the keyboard to separate those meshes. If I go by separate by selection. So now press tab back to object mode, and there should be two separate wings, which there are. Let's just name them something useful. So wing.right for that one, and this one wing.left. Cool, there we go. So we've got two separate wing meshes now that can be moved independently. All right. Now, all that's left to do really is to attach the bones to the wing meshes themselves. And that's so that when the bones move, the wing meshes go with them. To do that, we will, from object mode, I will select the left wing to start with. I will shift select the bone, but notice that I've got all of them selected at the moment. So I need to press Control Tab to go to pose mode, and press Shift again to select and left click the left bone. Now from here, if I press Control P, I can set the parent. So this is setting the bone as a parent to the wing, okay? So actually I should say the order of selection, the order that you select things in is really important. You have to select the wing first and the bone, which is the parent, second. Okay, I'm going to select armature deform with empty groups. And then, and you would have noticed when I did that this left wing now became a child of the armature, which is exactly what we wanted. And it also has some vertex groups here, which we are going to assign one of those to be controlled by this bone. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So in order to do that, I'm going to Control Tab back to object mode, select the left wing. Remember, you can always just change the mode up here if you're not familiar with the tab shortcuts at the moment. Select the left wing, tab to edit mode, press A to select all of those vertices, and then I can go Control G. I have three things to do here. The first is remove from all, so just in case I put those vertices to be controlled by any other group, by any other limb, sorry. And then I'm going to say Control G again, and I'm going to say assign set to active group, and it'll be the wing left vertex group. And last time Control G, and I will assign to active group. So now that bone is in control of those vertices. I can test that really quickly if I tab back to object mode, and select the armature, Control Tab into pose mode, select the armature, and if I press R to rotate, for example, you see the wing moving with it. I'll go press num1 to go front view, and the wing is moving with the bone after I press R. Okay, great. So let's go through it again for the right hand wing, and then we'll be all done. So Control Tab to get from pose mode to object mode. Select the right wing, then select the parent, so shift and click the armature. I need to Control Tab to pose mode, and I actually just want that bone. I'm going to shift to unselect this one. All right, so now I have just the right wing and the right bone selected. I can now do the parenting, so that's Control P, set parent to armature deform with empty groups. Okay, and then I'll do, so you'll see now the right wing is under here, under the armature with those empty groups again. And now I need to go through that thing and assign the vertices of the wing. So back to Control Tab, back to object mode, select the right wing, tab to edit mode, A to select all, and then I'm going to Control G to remove vertices from all groups, Control G to set the active group to be the wing.r to vertex group, and Control G last time to assign to the active group. So all these vertices are now under the control of the right wing, the wing.right bone, and I can test that again by pressing Control Tab, Tab, and then Control Tab, select the bone, the armature, Control Tab to pose mode, and then press R to rotate, and yep, the wing is moving with it. So we'll just check that one more time from the front view on numpad 1, R, and the wing mesh is moving with the right wing bone. So there you have it. That's very not a simple, but that's our rig for the Flappy Bird model, and we're ready to animate in the next tutorial. I'll see you there.